everyone, welcome back once again to ptscadexpert. कैसे हैं आप? Hope you all are fine, doing great in your lives. So guys, आज हम आए हैं साइट पे जहाँ पे हम लोग देखेंगे ट्रेपेजॉइडल फुटिंग और उसके बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे, उस ट्रेपेजॉइडल फुटिंग की कास्टिंग करेंगे और उसके बाद हम लोग कैलकुलेशन करेंगे उसके कंक्रीट की। उसके बाद हम लोग लास्ट में उसकी एनालिसिस करेंगे। पहले मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ फुटिंग और उसके डिफरेंट पार्ट्स। जैसे कि आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, ये है फुटिंग। कौन सी फुटिंग है? ये है ट्रेपेजॉइडल फुटिंग। अब यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ट्रेपेजॉइडल फुटिंग का एक तो ये पार्ट है और एक तो ये स्लोप बार है जो आपको दिख रहा होगा। सी, अब ये वाले पार्ट को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? इस पार्ट को हम लोग कहते हैं ट्रायंगुलर पार्ट, ठीक है। अब ये जो स्लोप्ड पार्ट है इसको कहते हैं हम लोग ट्रेपेजॉइडल पार्ट, स्लोप्ड पार्ट, ठीक है। अब इसकी कैलकुलेशन कैसे की जाती है वो देख लेते हैं। यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये रेक्टेंगुलर पार्ट। इस रेक्टेंगुलर पार्ट की कैलकुलेशन करते हैं हम लोग लेंथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय वेट मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाइट, ठीक है ना। एक तो ये डायमेंशन लिया जाता है, एक तो ये डायमेंशन लिया जाता है और तीसरा डायमेंशन ये लिया जाता है। ये तो हो गया हमारा एक पार्ट क्लियर। दूसरा पार्ट क्या होता है? तो ट्रेपेजॉइडल की कैलकुलेशन करना। इस ट्रेपेजॉइडल की कैलकुलेशन कैसे करेंगे वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ। इसमें क्या क्या किया जाता है? एक तो ये हाइट, यहाँ से यहाँ तक की हाइट ली जाती है h, उसको हम लोग डिजिग्नेट करेंगे h से। दूसरा पॉइंट होगा इसका एरिया वन। एरिया वन किसका? ये जो हमारा रेक्टेंगुलर पार्ट है इसका जो टॉप आएगा लेंथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय विड्थ, उसका आएगा एरिया वन। A1 से डिजिग्नेट करेंगे हम लोग। दूसरा हमारा एरिया टू, ये जो टॉप है इसका हम लोग एरिया कैसे निकालेंगे? हमारी जो कॉलम की विड्थ है उसमें ऐड करेंगे हम लोग 100 mm इधर की तरफ से, 100 mm इधर की तरफ से, 100 mm उधर की तरफ से और 100 mm इधर की तरफ से। ये हो गया हमारे पास H2। और उसके बाद हम लोग लगाएंगे इसको फार्मूला और फार्मूला की हेल्प से हम लोग इसका कंक्रीट की क्वांटिटी निकालेंगे। ये तो हो गए दो पॉइंट। तीसरा पॉइंट हम लोग निकालेंगे जब हमारे पास कंक्रीट की क्वांटिटी आ जाएगी। कंक्रीट की क्वांटिटी कैलकुलेट करने के बाद हम इसकी एनालिसिस करेंगे। किसमें? एक्सेल शीट में। तो चलिए चलते हैं एक्सेल शीट पे, जहां पे मैं आपको एक्सेल शीट की कैलकुलेशन दिखाता हूं। उससे पहले अगर आपको भी साइट में एक्सपर्ट बनना है, बिल्डिंग एस्टिमेशन कॉस्टिंग सीखनी है, ड्राइंग रीडिंग सीखनी है, क्वांटिटी सर्वे रेट एनालिसिस सीखनी है, बीबीएस सीखनी है, तो डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में आपको लिंक मिल जाएगी। आप वहां पे जाइए और ptscadexpert की एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड करिए। अगर आपका कोई भी डाउट हो तो 8199298888 पे कॉल कर सकते हैं। सो विदाउट गेटिंग लेट, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। Before going to the calculation part, let's understand the drawing first. Here we go. His footing drawings, yeah, or rather I can say footings, layout plan and details. You can see, let me zoom in. You see over here, it's footing number 1. It's F1, designated by F1C1, and the dimensions of this footing are 1900 cross 1900. These dimensions we can also see in the details portion as well. Now you can see over here the details, the different footings, the layout plans, okay. And now you see the external dimensions over here, and if you see the external dimensions along the length over here, you can see over here, okay. You just make sure you understand the drawing first. After that we will make the calculation part very easy. Now you see the plan and the section. See over here, you just see the X. You can see the X over here and you can see the X over here, okay. And you can see the ELBOF, okay. Also you can see the capital G and the small g. Let me clear first what's capital D and what's small d. You can see the capital D, its overall depth of the footing, that's the rectangular part, and the trapezoidal part, the combined depth of the footing is capital D, okay. You can also see over here, let me reduce the size first. You can also see over here, you can see also over here the small d. See the small d. You can see the small d. What small d is? Just the depth of the rectangular part, okay. Now you got those 2 points which I would like to make you clear, okay. The capital D and the small g, okay. We got both of the points, and you can see over here the X and the Y, and you can see the broken line, the dashed line over here. It's the part of the PCC, okay. Now let me take you to the layout details. Now you see the F1 is, it's 1900 cross 1900. If you see the depth of the footing, overall depth of the footing, it's 450. If you see the rectangular part depth, it's 150. As I already cleared you, let me show you once again. See over here the capital part and the small part. Do you understand? Okay. Now you see the different footings as well here, over here, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, and you can see the size of the footings over here. Let me take you the plan once again. It's over here, F2. Now you can see the size of the footing, 2100 and 2100. If you see the size of the footing F4, it's 2300 cross 2300. We will take one of the footings, and out of that we will make the calculations, and we also generate the format where we can make the calculations. Let me make a plan. Let me make a section for you first for the rectangular part. See the rectangular part. This is what the rectangular part looks like if we see in this direction, and if we see at the top, this will look like this. Okay, yeah, just see the top one is the sloped part, the trapezoidal part. Okay, now you see we will calculate the rectangular part first. You just see over here the rectangular part. What we need to do is to make the calculations. That's we must have the dimensions. That's length, that's width, and its height. See, we have all those dimensions. You just see over here we have the small d, that's the depth of the footing. We have the length of the footing, we have the width of the footing. Now we can make the calculations. Its volume is its length multiplied by width. And always remember, whenever we calculate the concrete quantity, if its depth is less than 100 mm, we calculate it in volume. Okay, and its depth, that means height. Now you see, now I will mention height over here by d. Okay, now you see the length is 1.9 and width is 1.9. If we talk about the depth is 0.15. what's that? That's 150 mm, 0.15. If we make the calculations, let's check it out. After making the calculations, we got 0.541 meter cube. Okay, this is the part number 1 of the footing F1. So we will check it out. How many footings do we have of F1? See, it's F1. It's your responsibility now to calculate the footings, the number of footings. Let me tell you, let me show you the designation of the footings. After that, you just need to do one thing, just make the calculations of the footing. Okay, now you see the F1 footing over here, F1 footing over here, F1 here, F1 here. Okay, we have a number of footings of F1. We just make their calculations. If we move on to the trapezoidal part, the sloped part that I'm talking about, this one. Now you see, this part is the rectangular part of which we have already made the calculations. Now we have to just calculate the part, this one, the sloped part. How we will calculate this part? Let me once again draw a footing for you. You just see this one, this one, this one, this one. This is the top, and this is the sloped part. We have to make the calculations of two areas first. That's A1, as I already told you in the practical one, and A2. What's A1 and A2? You just see the base over here. Let me change the color of this one first. Okay, you just see this part. This is A1, and the top part, this is A2. Okay, how we will calculate the A1 and A2? Let me tell you how. Go to the first one, see this one. Okay, it's A1 is 1.9 multiplied by 1.9. whatever be the calculations, that will be your A1. Okay, then it's meter square. Okay. Second part is A2. What's A2? You just need to do one thing. You just have the dimensions of C1. Where from I will get the dimensions of the C1? I will go to the column drawing part. Just see C1. The part of the dimensions of the C1 are 200 multiplied by 300, means 200 mm cross 300 mm. Now get back to the footing. It's 200 mm cross 300 mm. Okay, let me mention over here. Its C1 size is 200 cross 300. In the practical one, I told you what you need to do is to make base for the footing. To make base for the column shuttering, what you need to do, you just need to make a flat part over here of 100 mm, a flat part of 100 mm over here. same over here and same over here. Now we will see the footing at the top. From the top it will look like something, it would look something like this. Okay, now we have the dimensions. Now you see 200, we just need to do one thing, we just need to add this 100 mm, okay, along the length 200 mm plus 100 mm plus 100 mm, and overall dimensions will be 400 mm. Okay, if we talk about the width, that's 300 mm along this, and we just need to add 100 mm over here and 100 mm over here. That's 300 plus 100 plus 100, and we will get the overall dimensions as 500. Okay, now we got the dimensions of A2 as well. What's A2? A2 is now, it's 0.4 multiplied by 0.5, whatever be the area, whatever be the calculation, that will be A2. Now see how we will calculate volume of this lower part. The formula for this lower part is, it's h by 3 multiplied by A1 plus A2 plus root over A1 A2. As I already told you, A1 part we have got, A2 part we have got, and again A1 A2, just need to do one thing, put the values of those A1 A2, these A1 A2 in the formula, you will get the calculation. Now here another part is h. What's this h? Let me clear you. See, we have overall dimensions over here. We have overall dimensions, depth, that's capital D, small depth, that's 150 mm. What's h? H is basically nothing, it's d minus d. Okay, what's that? D is overall depth. See, the depth is, it's 450 mm, and what's small d? Small d is 150 mm, it's 150 mm. Okay, we got the dimensions, it's 300 mm overall mm. Okay, what's that? That's h. Now we got h, we got A1, we got A2. Now we just need to do one thing, just put these values in the formula and you will get the calculations. Now what we need to do, we need to generate a formula, we need to generate a format for the calculation in the Excel sheet. Let me take you to the Excel sheet first. See, this is the fresh Excel sheet. What you need to do, just need to make some headings over here. It's like serial number. Okay, first serial number. After that, what you need to do is items, number of items, or rather I can say the description. Okay, after that, what you need to do is make a sure how many items do you have, number of items. Okay, after that, it's length, its width, or rather I can say the depth, and then its height. Okay, after height, make the total calculation, total. After that, we need to set the units and then remark. Okay, see, now you are being able to see that's overlap over here. Now you select this, and after selecting this, go over here, you just see the size of the sign of the plus will change. Double click, you will automatically get. Okay, now you can make the adjustments in this fashion as well. Okay, now I would like to give them the borders. What should I do for that? Go to this tab and go to all borders. Okay, now I will select this one once again, and I will highlight them by this black color, and the text I will highlight by the yellow color, and I will make it bold by Ctrl B. Okay, that's it. First I will mention over here serial number 1, and in the description I will mention footing concrete. Okay, footing concrete. Now see which footing we are going to calculate. It's F1. Mention over here F1. Rather you can mention it F1C1, or we will put it by F1. Number of footings. How many footings do we have? Go back to the calculating. Go back to the drawing.
Let me check out. Now you see we have F1 footing over here, F1 footing over here, we have F1 footing over here, F1 over here, F1 over here, and let's suppose we have 20 number of footings. Okay, let me mention 20 number of footings. Make your calculator part very fine. Let's we have supposed we have 20 number of footings, and the dimensions of the footings, as I already mentioned over here on the drawing part. See, once again, see we have 1900 multiplied by 1900. Let me mention over here 1900 multiplied by 1900. It's 1.9. It's 1.9. Okay, wait. If we talk about the height, the part, this let me mention over here in the braces, it's rectangular part. Okay, rectangular part calculation. Okay, now if we talk about the height, let me show you once again what's height. Height is d, it's small d, you can see over here as well. Okay, you just see over here, this one, it's small d, that's depth of the rectangular part. Now let me mention over here, it's 0.15. okay, now see the calculation. What you need to do is on the equality tab, sign number of items, multiply by length, multiply by width, multiply by height, and then enter. See, it's 10.83 cubic meters, mentioned over here, cum cubic meters. Okay, now we will go to the F1 footing part once again. F1 footing part, but of trapezoidal. Number of footings, they are once again, if we have rectangular part 20, definitely we must have 20 trapezoidal parts as well. Now you see what we need to do is to make the A1 first, A2 first, then after that we will move on. Okay, as we have already calculated A1 and A2, just see A2 is over here, and A1 I have already mentioned by the dimensions 1900 multiplied by 1900. Okay, what you need to do, we have to mention the top length over here. Okay, length is, it's 0.2 plus 0.1 for the base of the column shuttering. Okay, width, its size is 0.3 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. Okay, now what's depth of this trapezoidal footing? It's equal, what's that, it's 0.45. 0.45 means 450 mm minus the rectangular part, what's 150 mm. Okay, that's it. Now how we can make the calculations? See, put the formula equality, now mention h. What's h? It's this, the height part. Okay, divided by, what's divided by 3, the part which we have mentioned in the formula. Okay, now on the braces, double braces on. Now what do you do? A1, what's A1? This A1 is this 1900 1900 cross 1900, mentioned over here, 1900 multiplied by 1900. Okay, plus this one, A2, this one. Okay, this multiplied by this. Okay, plus square root, just type SQRT. Okay, square root of this part, square root of A1, A2. Okay, A1, once again, braces on, A1, or rather you cannot open the braces, A1. See, it's h by 3. It's F4. What's F4? F4 is h. Okay, I already told you in this h, this h. What's that? H is the negation from the total depth d minus d. Okay, come back. After that, what you need to do is multiply and double braces on. Now A1, A2, it's A1, this is 1900 multiplied by 1900. Okay, then plus this A2. After that, what you need to do is to make sure type SQRT, that's square root of this A1, A2. Okay, that's it, then enter. Okay, now see, we have calculated F1 part. Okay, that's F1 footing. Now we will move on to the different footings. The hard work we have already done. Now go to the F1 part, F2 part, sorry, F2. This is F2. This is 2100 cross 2100. Okay, the size of the column which lies in this footing is C4. We just need to do one thing, we just know the size of the column and the size of the footing, that's it. Now we have already known the size of the footing is 2100 multiplied by 2100. Now see the size of the column C4, it's 200 cross 400. See, go back to the Excel sheet, mentioned over here, it's F2 footing. Okay, F2. Then what you need to do is to copy this one, this rectangular part, Control C and Control V. Okay, this rectangular part. After, you can do one thing, Control C, the trapezoidal part, Control V. Make sure change the F1 into F2. Okay, that's it. The number of footings, let's suppose we have F2 footings, 3 number of footings or 4 number of footings both. Okay, it's 4. Okay, if we talk about the length, it's 2100. 2100 means 2.1 meter at 2.1 meter. If we talk about the trapezoidal part, okay, you just need to do one thing. Make sure you must know the size of the column, which we already know. It's 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. Okay, if we talk about the width, it's 0.3 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. okay, that's it, 0.5. Now you see, you just not need to put the formula once again. You just make sure, and the height part will be the same. Okay, height part will be the same. Let me show you once again the drawing. See the height part. See, we have overall all the footings, we have the same depth. Okay, see, 450 up to F7. And if we talk about the small d, this 150 up to the F7 footing. Go back. Okay, go back. Now you see, now you just need to do one thing, this one. Okay, this one, the total part, Control C, and over here Control V. If we talk about the trapezoidal part, Control C and Control V. That's it. Now you not need to worry. Okay, once you have make the calculations very easily, you just need to one thing, just need to take the headache once by putting all the variables in a proper fashion. After that, you just need to do only one thing, that's Control C and Control V. If you want to know all the concrete used in the 24 footings, you just need to do one thing. Come over here at the bottom, Alt plus, just press Alt plus. Okay, then enter. This is the concrete we need for making all such footings. This 14.49, almost 14.5 m3. Okay, that's it. This was the calculation. This is how we make the calculation of the concrete of the footings. Okay, I hope you like the videos. If you really want to go for this total site training, if you want to know the building estimation, costing professionally, if you want to know the buildings, drawing readings, quantity survey, rate analysis, bar bending schedule, definitely we have different courses for you. You can go to the Play Store, you can check it out. You can install the app of ptscadexpert, and make sure there we have different courses for civil engineers regarding software and site. If you want to have a mastery in all these courses, please check them out, or you can call us directly on 8199929988, and definitely we will provide you the solutions of whatever doubts you have. Okay, let's meet in the next video with a different topic. Till then, bye bye.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of bird.